Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, Archie Luxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, Archie Luxury.
Hi guys, Archie Luxury on I am on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid watch reviews. This is paid review 9N31. This is for Tara. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Reverso Grand Date. Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. And this paid review is about Luminova and Tritium in Rolex Sports, Luminova and Tritium. Another Tritium question. Let's have a look at this very interesting question here. And what do we got here? Let's have a look here. Hi Archie. I was hoping you could do a short video on a rare dial I've acquired. It's on the Polar Explorer, the Rolex Polar Explorer 16570. It reads Swiss-T25 on the dial. However, the markers and hands are not Tritium. They are Luminova. I'm wondering whether you had previously come across this rare variant. I did some asking questions, etc., and it seems Rolex, for a very short period, just used the Swiss T25 dials they had, but just used Luminova. That is for a very, very short time before they then switched the dial to the Swiss only dial. He mentions an article. In any case, if you could do a YouTube video for this, please let me know and I'll PayPal the funds. Okie dokie. And I gotta tell you, man, it's this guy's a little bit pushy. I came back to him yesterday and he says to me, "Where's my video?" I said, "Mate, I just told you I'm making the video. It's in the fucking queue. Read your emails I sent you." Obviously, the lume on his watch isn't good enough to read my fucking emails at night. Okie dokie, let's have a look here. So, basically, what's he got here? This guy here has got a very interesting dial variation. What he's telling me is he has got a Swiss T25, which you would say is a Tritium dial. However, it actually has Luminova. And what do I think? Does it make it super, super valuable? What do I think? Well, this is an interesting thing, and I gotta be honest with you. Every fucking Rolex sports person, they think every slight variation means their watch will be worth a fortune. I'm very sorry to tell you, but it don't quite work that way. No. See, the problem is here. Luminova and Tritium, people honestly have a hard time working out whether they have Tritium or whether they have Luminova. Look, it's like a lot of things. There are fucking thousands of variations on Rolex. You got to remember, Rolex is a company, very secretive, never releasing official figures, but they're rumored to release 1 million watches a year. So you could imagine there would be slight variations. Now, with this particular variation there, look, it's certainly interesting. You've got a Tritium T dial, which actually has Luminova. Very interesting indeed. Does it make it hugely valuable? I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. I mean, look, the watch you've sent me the pics for, it's a lovely example of a U series Explorer 2. It's beautiful. However, is it going to be super valuable? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, the watch itself is fairly valuable. I mean, the Explorer 2 40mm is now becoming highly collectible. Interestingly enough, it's the polar ones are worth a premium. Jesus Christ, black or white dial. It used to be the black ones were a premium. Now it's switched to it's just crazy. Now, this is what he says. I've been told this is a rare variant of a few models Rolex produced when they were transitioning from tritium to dials to Swiss. Thereby, they left the tritium dial but simply applied Luminova to the markers. I've been told this is what has happened by a few collectors now, although I'm yet to see anything official. Well, Rolex never says anything official. They are more secretive than Buckingham Palace. And I have tried searching the net. Have you come across this before? Look, I think I've heard of it. I used to be in the 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s, I used to love reading a forum. The Rolex forums used to give me the shits. I found that a bit amateur hour, but I was a member of New Turfers. That was run by Kay in Singapore. I used to love New Turfers, and I think I do remember hearing that story there where they had tritium dials which had Luminova. I do seem to recall that. He then says to me, have you come across this before? So yes, I think I remember vaguely reading. So now that you mention it, it does bring back some memories. If so, have you any idea of how many would have been produced in this matter as a ballpark figure? Fuck me dead! Man, I don't have a fucking Ouija board, a crystal ball. Rolex is one of the most secretive organizations on planet Earth. I think you'll get more answers out of the Church of Scientology, the Moonies, and Buckingham Palace than you will out of fucking Rolex. They don't even acknowledge these things. Do you think this feature gives it any more by way of collectability compared to others? Look, it's certainly an interesting anomaly. Is it going to be worth thousands of dollars more? Look, I think all of those Explorer 2s from that period, that's a Hole's case, I think they are collectible. They are highly collectible. Is this dial going to mean that it's worth so much more? I don't think so. For that feature to really increase the price, it has to be known. So the fact that you've searched the internet and found fuck all on it kind of tells me nobody really fucking cares. I kind of think, myself, I think the big problem is proving that such an anomaly existed. I think it'd be more of a pain in the ass than actually a plus. But with that said, look, it's an interesting anomaly. I would document it. It's a nice watch. They are quite collectible. Is it going to be worth more? It's hard to say. See, Rolex has so many. There are thousands, literally thousands of minute differences. I mean, this is a company that makes 1 million of these fucking things a year. I would tend to say, look, it's a really good, interesting story. It's a great anomaly. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Is it going to add to the value? I don't really think so. I think it would cause more trouble than solve. That's honestly what I think. It is interesting. Of course, it's really interesting. I don't think it's going to make it that much more valuable. I think it would. Look, I'll tell you some interesting things. Okay, these are things that are interesting. There are serial numbers that end 888. Now, I don't know if you're into fucking feng shui, feng chi, or any of that shit, but the Asians, they're very fucking superstitious. Mad fucking gamblers, and they like that feng shui shit, okay? And if you have 888, those numbers are the best numbers. 888. They hate 4, by the way. 4. They think it's death in their fucking language. Now, I gotta say to you, all the 888 ending Rolexes end up in honkers in Hong Kong, okay? Because they like that shit. Does it make them so much more valuable? Okay. An 888 ending in 888. Look, I had to talk to a dealer friend of mine, and I said, does that make it so much more valuable? He said, look, it does. It is certainly going to, it's a good anomaly. Chinese people love that shit. But he wouldn't pay more. Okay, this is what a dealer said to me. He wouldn't necessarily pay more for an 888 serial number. And that's what it really gets down to. There's hundreds of fucking variations like this. Some become very valuable. Some nobody gives a fuck about. So I kind of think, look, it might be small couple $100 premium, but nothing substantial in my opinion. Nothing. I don't think it really is that important. Okay, that's. I could be getting it totally wrong. You're asked for my opinion. What's my opinion on it? I think it's interesting. It's an interesting fact. There's thousands of fucking anomalies with Rolex. They're a mass-produced item. They made fucking 1 million Rolexes a year. So of course there are going to be fucking anomalies. Now you're asking me how many? I don't fucking know. Rolex is so secretive about anything. They get pissed off if anyone makes money that they're not made. They're a bunch of cunts, really. So that official figures of this, that is fucking impossible. But it's an interesting tale. I wouldn't put too much into it, but hey, it's a cool story. It's interesting. So that's all that really matters. So there you go, guys. I'm Paul Pluta. This has been a look at a rare Rolex. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Tell your fuckhead friends. And don't forget, guys, man cannot survive on Google Ads alone. Google Ads is shit. Google's not even rating me well because I swear and carry on. No one supports the Archie Luxury or the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, if you haven't done a paid review, why don't you flick me at 50 US, get me to do it. It'll keep me full time. It'll amuse you and your friends will love it. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you fuckaroonies think of that.
Oh. Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
David SW. Who does Archie Luxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David S.W. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have for a long time been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models? There's only one person I would recommend, David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David S.W. David S.W., the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David S.W. He even does things like FP Journe. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David S.W. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.